Here we have a watermelon update, and we've got some growth on these seedlings. They're getting beyond seedling stage, I would say. The one in the middle that actually seemed to be the healthiest plant of the bunch is performing the least. We're finally starting to get some growth there. I'm not sure if the soil down lower was too dry. There was kind of a pile of weeds in that center spot, so that's probably why. This one may even be performing the best. This one and this one so far. This one's doing reasonably well as well. Same with this one that we did that opening shot on. We've got a flower here. I'm gonna let these plants get just a touch bigger, and then I'm probably gonna hand pollinate these unless nature, with the pollinators out here, takes course properly. One of the things you'll notice is that there is a lot of weed pressure. Purslane in particular. There's some other weeds too that are easy to pull. But wow, keeping up on the weeding out here and making sure there's enough water for these plants. Watermelon, they need tons of water. I also planted some basil over here and some nasturtiums, be little companion plants, but it's been so dang dry that it's been hard to get any of these really going very well. But we will have another update for you coming up very soon. Here we are at the plots about a week or two later, and we've got our first watermelon forming. I've got a couple smaller ones here or there, but I think this one has the best chance to reach maturity. Let me slowly pan this way so we don't get a fuzz out. That one may have a chance too, but it is significantly smaller, and I think it actually formed a little bit sooner. This other one that I showed you first, it was a little bit under the purslane, which is going crazy. I'm kind of torn between keeping it as a mulch and keeping a buffer between the ground, the dirt, and the watermelon, because you can get some rot and things like that if you don't have a buffer. So kind of working through the decision making on that. But I'm out here watering today. It's been a couple days since I've been able to get out here. Very overcast. We've got another decent sized watermelon here that I think has potential to get to maturity on this one right here. This is an update of the watermelon here at the plot. There's one under there. There's one over there. There's one right there. I think there's another smaller one around here somewhere. But the purslane is holding it up. Oh, I think it's right under here, unless I'd shown that already. Don't think I showed that one, but I'll show the other one. Right under here. And last time I was here, these things were kind of not very green, but that has definitely changed quite a bit here recently. Now, we have about another month left of good growing weather, so I'm hoping that these things will get just a little bit bigger, a little bit riper, and a lot tastier. This is a watermelon update, and as you can see, very deep green. I have to admit that I have not done the best job in the world at making sure these things were watered properly. This one is absolutely tiny, and this one is okay. The ones I have growing at home in my grow bags are performing way better than this, so I may actually just make this a pepper field next year. We will see. We shall see. Then I've got another watermelon right up under here. There we go. And that's all right, kind of small, not terrible. And I think this one is the biggest and best one, but that's still not very impressive. You know you're in an organic garden when you've got slugs like this just hanging out on your watermelon. I'm gonna water these things up, pull those slugs off, squash them, and we'll see what's going on between now and the end of the growing season for these watermelon. I got a better angle at these slugs. Absolutely disgusting. 4 of these. Gross. I may need to inspect the other ones off camera. This is kind of a look what we've got going on right here. We've got a big string of rain coming up soon, so I pretty much have to harvest these now or they're going to probably go to waste. They may or may not be 100% ripe, but my guess is they should be great. This one looks to be about the biggest, and this is the one that had the slugs on it last time. It looks like the tendril has died, so that's a good sign. Let's do a little snip snip. I'm going to keep the camera rolling. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad sized at all. Here we've got the smallest one. Pretty darn tiny. Probably, well, let's look at the tendril. Yeah, the tendril looks like it should be good to go because it's dead. So this will be an interesting contrast. Oh my. Looks like this one's tendril is also, so it should be ready to go, rain event or not. Coming up, it should be harvested today anyway. That's not bad sized. Definitely, I didn't put plastic or cardboard or anything underneath this, so these definitely have the spot, field spot, I believe they call that. Definitely has some heft. I'm curious to see how much these ultimately weigh collectively. Because this is a 10 by 10 space that I grew these in and used up the bulk of that dedicated to that. Of course, I did put, here, let me see, so don't fuzz it. I did put some beans here later in the season. And technically, you're not supposed to put tomatoes with watermelon, but I did anyway. And we might get one fruit out of that. I was thinking about pulling it today, but no, we'll let it ride, see what happens. But the bean production has been pretty decent here so far with just a few plants. We'll see if I don't just do beans and peas in this spot next year, depending on how much weight we had, because let's be honest, field watermelon like this in the summertime where I live, there's a lot of maintenance required with it, and it may or may not be worth it. Of course, I have all off season to think about it, and I'll help. The numbers that we gather here in the next little bit will help me determine that too. This one is very ripe, probably potentially too ripe. We'll do a good inspection of it. It's probably the second biggest, if not tied for the first biggest. Snip that off of there. Take a look. It definitely has some weight. Defines field spot. Yeah, it's definitely got some weight. We will see what's going on with the weight here after we snip the next one, and that one's coming right up. This one is the second smallest, I would say. And it looks also like it is more than ready to be harvested. I'm going to take a picture of these all together and then we're going to weigh these. And this is our harvest for this season. All right, we're on our porch. And the first one is 7.9 ounces. Let's see what we got for the second smallest. That is 1 pound, 9.8 ounces. Not too bad. All right, looks like I have to reset that. All right, I had to reset that one, so let's go for the third one. The battery popped out of the bottom for some reason. I've got to reset the units. I think that's the one I want. No, that's milliliters. All right, so we've got 1 pound, 13 ounces for this one. Not too bad. Could be bigger. That could be worse. All right, let's see on this one. Oh yeah, 2.72 ounces. And let's see if I can reach this other one right here. 2.54 ounces. So let's go back to this one. I think this one was the biggest one. So that's 2.7 ounces, not too shabby. Now let's see, now we're gonna see how big the other ones are. The ones grown in the grow bag. For contrast, if you did not see the grow bag video, these are the big ones. 10-gallon grow bag going up this trellis, 70-inch trellis. Didn't quite get to the top, but that's all right. And now off camera, I'm gonna harvest this one and we're gonna weigh them. All right, so this is the biggest one out of the 5 that are off to the side. These two are definitely bigger in circumference. Let's see how much they weigh. Yep, 2 pounds, 11.2 ounces for that one. 3 pounds, 5.4 ounces. Awesome. I'm gonna cut one of the smaller 5 from the plots, and then I'm gonna do the smallest one from the grow bags. And then the rest I'm gonna keep because we're not gonna be able to eat all that at once. And oh my goodness, beautiful. That looks good. I'm gonna set this off to the side here. And that one looks good too. Beautiful. All right, guys, thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.